James, what would you think is the 7 areas of our lives? A lot of people are talking about a lot of what the being in equilibrium and feeding and trying to be integrated in the different aspects of our lives and the areas of our lives. I'm struggling to have a consensus of what are they, or what would they be?
The 7 aspects of life are studied within the 7-word system, the 7 planes of consciousness. There's an aspect of our lives which is physical. Can we keep a roof over our heads? Can we put food on the table? Can we keep it together? You know, that's our primary duty is actually to be healthy, strong, and get on top of life on that level. And a lot of people haven't really mastered that, and they're trying with all of the rest. It won't work. You've got to get on top of life immediately, pay your debts, get a job. You know, that's the first aspect. The second is what you do with your mind. There's a lot of filth, shit being thrown at us, like COVID and politicians' lies and all of that stuff. That's nonsense, and that corrupts the mind. So you mustn't get into that. You have to clean your mind up and focus your mind on that which is healthy for the mind, such as studying wholesome things and esoteric things and so on. And that probably means having a social life of some kind, such that the people in your social world are wholesome people that feed you with optimism. And if you spend your life talking to pessimists and moaners and groaners, then no, you haven't got that right. You don't spend too much time in the company of pessimists and failures and people of that type. The third level is the first dimension of heart, which is you feel, you love some people, you love some things. Your music touches your heart, beauty touches your heart, and it's not just a concept. You can the heart feels. And you have to open the heart, and that which is the representation of your feeling would be your closest friends and your loved ones and your family, and certain special things. Like for me, my guitars touch my heart, you know, and so on. The deeper level of heart is not so much soft as strong, and there are some things that you stand for. You know, you don't exactly fight for them, but you would. You know, you stand and you say, this is a principle for me. No, don't discuss this with me. Don't negotiate with me. This I stand for. And you have to find your principles. And that moves you towards an unusual state of being. Somebody can actually do all of those 4 things is rather a special person. Just that. Now, then you move into the realm of vision. And you, in other words, you create your world knowing that you are the creator of it. You build the details of your world, all of it. You build it the way you want to, in alignment with a sense of yourself above the ordinary. You know, you're tuning into your higher self, and you're allowing the inspiration to come into your very, very clear intention. That's the 5th dimension. The 6th dimension is doing whatever it takes to keep a clear conscience. If you ever feel embarrassed or shame or guilt or blame, you haven't done that properly. If you clear your conscience, you probably got to make changes in your life which are uncomfortable for your family or whatever. But you got to live with a clear conscience. You've got to do the right thing. You got to be honorable. That's what we study later. You have to develop a sense of honor, and that's made sacred. That probably is as close as you'll get to defining your spiritual path. And the 7th is a sense of meeting the future with the joy of adventure. You know, I have got no idea what's happening, and that's brilliant. I'd hate to be able to control my future to the point where I've got no adventure. You have to be excited when you get up in the morning because you don't know what's going to happen. You know, that's vitality. That's you know, that's how I see the 7 principles of life.
Thank you.